Welcome back to the Broncos series. Okay, so what we are going to be doing is fixing something that I messed up on, the canvas below. I totally messed this up and I cannot fix it. So there are a couple options we have. We have cover it with the Denver Broncos logo, which is a much bigger logo, and we already have one of these logos on the other canvas. So I decided, no, I don't think we're going to do that. I think we're going to fix the canvas by completely doing a new pour paint. So this way you guys get to see the pour paint again. And then we will put Broncos words on it. Okay? Words are going to be painted solid. So we are going to start with the pour paint. And then we're going to use the Broncos word and put it on top of that. And I've learned something in my 40s. Did you know it's easier to darken the lines with charcoal than actual marker or anything like that? So you know how I shaded the back with the chalk? Yeah, I forgot I had a charcoal pencil. I could have saved a lot of time and a lot of trouble if I would have thought about that. I tried the white charcoal, but that didn't work. Why didn't I try the black one? So anyway, we're going to make sure we do that on this one and on the other one that I have not done yet. So like I said, this is going to be a series because I am doing 3 canvases. So why don't we get busy on doing the pour paint and making a new pour paint background. I'll jump in just a little bit. Okay, now that I'm back, now I have got the canvas down below. And I've got my paints, which are off to the side right now. And I'm going to put them into 1 cup. All 3 of those paints are going into 1 cup. And I'm going to do a little at a time. I'll start with my white, I'll put my orange, and then my blue. And then I'm going to go back to my white, orange, and blue. So I will let you watch that, and I will get right back with you. Okay, now we have a little bit of an issue. There's not as much blue as I was wanting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and use my medium and put back into those cups that I poured into that black cup. And we're going to repeat the steps again. And let's see what turns out. We're just kind of doing an experiment to see what happens. Because there's only a very little blue in here. And I know he's not going to be happy with that. So I will get that ready and I will get back with you in just a few minutes. Okay, Now that I, excuse me, have made some more paint thinned out in these 3 cups, I'm going to do it backwards. I'm going to go blue, orange, white. Okay? So I've got my blue right here, and I'm going to pour my blue in, and I'm going to pour all of it in. Okay? I've got plenty of white on there and plenty of orange. So I'm going to go ahead and do my orange, but I'm not going to put as much. Okay? And then I'm going to go back to my white, but not as much. Okay? And then if I have some blue left, I'm going to go ahead and put that in there. There's not much, but I might be able to use my medium to get some more of this blue in there. Let me grab my yeah. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and dump that in. And then I think I have some more orange. And maybe a tiny bit of white. Okay. So now we're going to start all over again. And I'm going to try to do maybe circles with this. Just kind of go all over the place with it. Hi. So the way I did it that way, now I need more orange and more white instead of so much blue. So I am not going to put any more blue in this. It's got some in there already. I am going to add some more orange, just a little bit, and some more, just a little bit of white. Okay? We're going to do this again. All right? We're going to pour. And we're going to tilt. This is kind of interesting. It's quite messy, by the way. I don't know. That is different. That is very different. My hands are kind of a mess right now. So I'm going to take a picture. Uh-oh. I messed it up. Hold on. Okay. That's a little bit. That's all right. I'm going to wash my hands. I'm going to take a picture. I'm going to send it to him. And if he doesn't like it, we're going to start all over again. And I'm going to scrape this off. Okay? All right. I'll get back to you in a minute. Hi guys, I'm back. So I started looking at this even more, and I'm not going to take a picture and send it to him. I'm going to do it all over again. Yes, it's a waste of paint. Yes, I know this. But I'm going to scrape this off. And, you know, I've got paint underneath. I might use that first, just to see. And then, I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to scrape it off first, use the paint that's underneath in the pan, or I'm just going to pour again and do it. So take a look and watch, see what I do. Okay, so that didn't work as planned because it looks like a dark burnt orange. So we're going to go ahead and do this again, once more, but I'm going to use a brand new cup because I think this one, I don't know if you can see it, it's hard to see. Yeah, it's hard to see inside of it, but it is mixing all together. I might go ahead and use that first, have it on the bottom, and then I will pour the other one on. But I think now that I think about it, I'm not going to use a cup. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just pour one paint on, next paint on, and then the next one on. And let's see what happens there. So let's get busy and do that. I'm back. I'm popping back in. So I think I'm happy with this one. I think he's going to like this one. This one looks pretty neat. I am going to take a picture. I am going to send it to him. And I hope he likes that. Because the other one I can't do again. Because I erased it. It's done. It's fine. So I am out of my cobalt blue. So if anybody is wanting anything with cobalt blue, I'm going to have to buy some. So cobalt blue is gone. And I hope he doesn't want any more, because I cannot make any more since I'm out of cobalt blue. I can make it with other paints. Yeah, it's a little bit more difficult than you think. But anyway, I think this turned out very beautiful. So we're going to let this dry, drip dry. My hands are clean, I promise. I washed them in my sink. So we are going to let this dry, and it's going to take a few days, maybe a week, because I want it to dry very well before I go and draw on it. And then we're going to put, sorry, I had to go outside of the camera for a minute, the Broncos logo. And I think that's going to be nice. I mean, depending on which way you want to put it, which way he wants to put it. I almost like it this way because of the orange up there. Or we could do it this way. I mean, it doesn't matter which way you do it, but you can do it this way, you can do it this way, you can do it this way, which might be even better. This way. I think this way is the best. I really like that. So we're going to try to remember how I just did that. If not, I'm going to have to go back and watch my own video just to see what I did. So that's it for this episode, and I will be getting back to tracing again the third canvas, or I don't know what number it is, but the other canvas with the D logo, the old Broncos logo. I'm going to get ready to trace that. So you have a great day. I'm sure you're going to be seeing this, because now, as soon as I'm done, I'm cleaning up and I'm going to that. So I will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.